Today we are going to talk about how to download MS Excel data analysis tab. That is how to download the data analysis tab in MS Excel. So in front of you, I have shared the screen and the screen is showing an MS Excel sheet. So here, first and foremost, you have to go to this file. You have to go to the file. You have to go to the file, click on that, and here you got something called as options. You have something called as options. You have something called as options. This is the first step. This is the second step. So in this you got options in front of you. Okay. Now after after you have come across options button in front of you, the next step is click on options. Click on options and you will get a menu like this. You will get a menu like this. You will get a menu or a box like this. So you got all these things 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you have to go to this one, add-ins. You have to go to add-ins. You have to go to add-ins. You have to go to add-ins. Click on this and then again you will come across this table. You will come across this particular table. Okay, and then beneath this one, you have something called as manage and this box. So now what you have to do is you have to click go to, and then you will get a box like this. You will get a box like this. You will get a box like this. Okay, you will get a box like this. So here we have add-ins. We have add-ins. So what do you mean by add-ins? You are adding some extra features to your ordinary existing MS Excel sheet. Okay, and I will click on this particular one, analysis tool pack. Okay, so just click on this analysis tool pack and then go for OK. Then what will happen? You see. Just watch. Then go to data. Because data is the one which will navigate further to data analysis. Okay, so go to data. Then after you click data, automatically if you look at the right side of your window, okay, I will show you annotations. With the help of annotations, you will get this data analysis. You will get something called as data analysis. So this is the procedure to download data analysis tab in your MS Excel sheet. Now let's look at what are the different things, different calculations you can do with data analysis. Okay. Now I have clicked here. And then I will get a menu box like this. What is this menu box? This is nothing but data analysis tool, and you can carry out so many calculations. So look here. ANOVA single factor, ANOVA two factor with replications, ANOVA two factor without replications. Correlation you can do covariance, you can do descriptive statistics, you can do F test, you can do many other things. Okay, you can do regression, you can do paid sample t test, with equal variances, without equal variance or unequal variances, and jet test. So all this can be possible if you are able to download data analysis toolbar on your MS Excel sheet. Okay, now I will show you one or two small examples of how to carry out data analysis, how to use data analysis for statistical purpose. So probably shall I take, I will be taking one in descriptive statistics and the other one is correlation. For this we will have some data. For this we will have some data. Okay, let's have some hypothetical data. I will clear all the annotations. Okay, so for doing statistics, let me have some data. For example, I have got uh, class 1 class 1 marks of students, class 1 marks of the students, class 2 of class 1 of 1 class 1 marks, class 2 marks, class 2 marks, and class 3 marks, class 3 marks, class 3 marks. Okay, I will, there are some students, I will just take some marks out of 100, 50, 60, 70, 85, 96, 100, 50, 55, 85, like this. Okay, something like this. You take some hypothetical data like this to carry out descriptive statistics and analysis of variance. Correlation. Class 2 marks of some 8 students or 9 students, 20 marks, 30 marks, 60 marks, 70 marks, 78 marks, 90 marks, 56 marks, 65, 54 marks, so on and so forth. Okay, I'm just taking some hypothetical data for our calculations purpose. Okay, now class 3 marks, 50, 32, 92, 92, 58, 89, 87, 68, 91, and like this. So now the data is in front of you. Now first I will demonstrate how to calculate, how to do descriptive statistics. So what I will do, I will go to data analysis. Then on data, in data analysis, I have something called as descriptive statistics. Then I will go for OK. Now it is asking input range. So the input range is, you want to carry out, you have to find out the mean of this, the mean of this, the mean of this, the standard deviation of the first column, second column, third column, and maybe other aspects, mode, median, and mode for the first column, second column, and third column, median of the first column, second column, and third column, and so on and so forth. So what I will do, okay, I will select all the input range, class 1 marks, class 2 marks, class 3 marks, and go to the bottom. And then see, I want to calculate the average or the mean of the column. So I have to, here I have to use, here I have to click on the button column, because column wise I'm doing it column wise mean of the second class, column wise mean of the third standard. So I should go for column wise. So that's the reason I have ticked on column. Next one is the first, this is over. Now let's talk about the label. Now what do you mean by label? Label is nothing but class 1 I have given a name, class 2 marks I have given a name, class 3 I have given a name. So these are called as class 1, class 2, class 3. They are not numerical, they are alphabets or alphanumerical. So I can't do I can't apply statistical tools on this one because they are labels. So I can't include them in finding out the descriptive statistics like average. So these are labels. So what I will do, the labels I have already taken. So I will click on tables. So I will click on tables. So tables also I have clicked. Now I will find out where should, now Excel automatically calculates all this range, standard deviation, etc., mean, and many other aspects on its own. We need not do manually. Excel helps you. So once it is calculating automatically in the background, now you want the output. Now that is the meaning of the word output. Now where do you want this output? Where do you want this output? This output of the statistical tools what you are carrying out on this set of data, where you want the output. where you want the output. So for example, output I want here. For example, here in H1 or in E1 box. So what I will do, I will put, see the way I am putting. Now I will press the button output range. I will put the cursor here and then I will select that box where I want the output. So I am touching E1. So E1, it has come. I don't want in a new worksheet. New worksheet is like something like this. So I don't want it. I want in the same sheet. Now you have new workbooks. You want summary statistics. Okay. You want summary statistics and other things you can just ignore. And then press OK. And then press OK. See the beauty of this particular data analysis tool. You got the data in front, the result in front of you, the result in front of you, the result in front of you. Now what are the results you got? I'll just share it with you. You got mean, you got median, you get mode, you got standard deviation, you got kurtosis, you got variance, you got skewness, you got range, you got minimum, you got maximum, you can got sum, you got count. So for class 1 you got, for class 2 also you got, for class 3 also you got. So this is the way you can utilize the data analysis Toolpack in carrying out your statistical calculations. So I just now spoke about descriptive statistics. Now another example I will give of how to utilize the Toolpack, the data analysis Toolpack for carrying out regression. For carrying out correlation. Okay. So let's clear all this. Now let us calculate the next one, which is correlation. Next one is correlation. So let's carry out correlation. Now again go to data analysis. Data analysis. Now drag down the cursor and somewhere you will get correlation. So click on correlation and then go for OK. Then it is asking for the output range. So you want to carry out correlation on class 1. Is there a relationship between marks of class 1, class 2 and class 3? Is there a relationship? Means if one is increasing, the other one is increasing. If one is decreasing, the other one is decreasing, or there is no change. There is no relationship. That is what we are carrying out. So we are going to carry out correlation. Correlation. Now let's carry out correlation between this and this. This is class 1, class 2 and class 3. Okay. Now let's do the correlation. Now you already okay. So go to correlation tab. Okay. Then input range it is asking. So you can select all these from class 1 marks to 91. All you are selecting because you want to carry out on all these marks, and you have to do it on the basis of columns. The column of group A, column of group B, and column of group C. Okay, and you are even including labels also in you want in the labels to be in the output. For example, if you look in descriptive statistics result, you have labels like class 1 marks, class 2 marks. You got it? You understood? Class 1 marks. You got the label in the output also. That is the reason why we include labels. Okay. Here also I am doing the same thing. I am including the labels because I want the labels to be in the output. I want these labels to be in the output. So what I will do, I want now have correlation, select all the cells where the data is there, and then include this in input range. Then go to output range where you want the output. Now you can't carry out your operations in this particular space because already you have descriptive statistics in front of you. You have descriptive statistics in front of you, so you will not carry out here. But I want to carry out my output one. I need to be somewhere like this here in this particular place. So what I will do, I will go to output range. I will go to output range. I will go to output range, put my cursor, and then after putting the cursor, I will go to a cell where I want the output, from where I want the output. So from here, the output will be there. Then I will click OK. So this is the correlation matrix you got. This is the correlation matrix you got. This is the correlation matrix you got. Correlation matrix, correlation statistics in front of you. So obviously the relationship between class 1 and class 1 is 1, class 2 and class 2 is 1, class 3 and class 3 is 1. But if you look at class 2 marks in relation to class 1 marks, it is 19.196, that is 19.6 percentage. Class 3 marks and class 1 marks, it is 10.59 percentage, and class 2 with class 3 is 0.693, that is 6.93 percentage. Okay, sorry, 69 percentage. You have to just multiply it with 100, everything, and you will find out what is the correlation. So in the first case, it is here, it is 19.6 percentage. Here it is 10.6 percentage, and here it is 93 percentage. So another way of understanding the utilization of data analysis tool is you can even carry out correlation. Now let's further go and do very important statistical tool which is widely used, which is ANOVA. So what now we'll carry out a test called as ANOVA. So we'll not go into understanding of what is ANOVA and all that stuff, but how can we carry out ANOVA in Excel, MS Excel, by using data analysis tab. Okay, so let's go to data analysis. Go to data analysis and go to single factor. The single factor is affecting. Now, what is that I want to do? Is there a significant difference between the marks of class 1, class 2, class 3 or not? Or you can have so many classes like that. But in this case, ANOVA I am carrying out on more than 2 classes. So I am carrying out ANOVA, or I am using ANOVA for 3 classes, class 1, class 2 and class 3. So click on single factor ANOVA, then go for OK. Now it is asking range. Range is nothing but this is my range. Ranging is nothing but this is my range. This is my range. Is there a difference between this marks and this marks? Okay, so I will select the click on input range, put the cursor in input range box, select all these three. Now we have to carry out ANOVA for class 1, class 2 and class 3. Class 1 is in A group, class 2 marks are in B group, class 3 marks are in C group. So column wise you are doing, column wise. Okay, column wise. Okay, you have to do column wise. So that's the reason I have clicked on column. You want labels in the output? Yes, I want my labels, and I have selected my labels also. So if you want your output, if you want to have your labels in the output, then you have to select those labels also, class 1 mark, class 2 marks and class 3 marks. Then go to output range. Now I want my output range here. So I will go there. Sorry, something has happened. Okay, I want my output range here. So I will click here and then say OK. So you got a beautiful output of ANOVA. Now let's understand ANOVA. So there are eight students. You got 8 students in this particular table. Okay, there are 8 students here. The class 1 total is 591. There are 8 students in class 2 whose total marks are 424, and class 3 there are 8 students whose total marks are 555, sorry, and the average of class 1, class 2 and class 3 is there, and the variance of class 1, class 2, class 3 is there, and you got an output of between groups variance and within group variance and total variance, and then you got p value, you got f value, all that stuff. Critical also you got degree of freedom, you got sum of squares, you got mean sum of squares. All these tables are there in front of you. This is the output you normally get for ANOVA. So ANOVA can be carried out even in Excel and by using data analysis. Now let's talk about the last statistical tool which I can carry out in data analysis is regression. Now let's see how can I carry out regression. Now let's see how can I carry out regression also. So I will just remove all my annotations. Now, now what for the purpose of doing a regression, what I will do is I will assume this is the dependent variable and these two are the independent variables. Okay, so these two are dependent variables. This one is the dependent variable, sorry, and these two are independent variables. Class 1 marks is dependent variable, class 2 and class 3 are independent variables. I will just again uh, clear who is the dependent variable and who is the independent variable. Okay, so this is the dependent variable, this is the dependent variable, this is the dependent variable, this is the dependent variable. Which one? Just a moment. This is the dependent variable, this is the dependent variable, dependent, this is the independent variable, this is the independent variable. So there are set of independent variables which are affecting the dependent variable. So just for the purpose of taking the example I have taken, but normally it doesn't happen, so please uh, ignore it. Just for the purpose of taking example I have considered. Okay, now how to carry out uh, how to carry out regression. So go to data analysis, then you will get regression. So you got regression over this place, you got regression over this place. So there is a regression like this. Okay, so click on this one, cell. Okay, then click on regression, then okay, then it is asking which is the dependent variable and which is the independent variable. So why is dependent variable is generally denominated, it is shown by y alphabet, and the independent variables are generally shown with x variable. So already I told which is the dependent variable. I assume it is class 1 marks. So class 1 marks is the dependent variable. So I have selected it. Now, which are the independent variables? These two, class 2 marks and class 3 marks. I have selected them. Class 2 and class 3 are independent variables. So I have selected from the label till end. So I have collected the labels. Okay, then output range. Now where do you want the output? And I want the output somewhere here. I want the output somewhere here. So this is the place I want my output. So I have clicked on it. Now I want residuals also. Okay, I want residuals, and then say okay. So it is telling that it is going to override because it is going to overlap on the other outcomes. So what I will do, I will change my uh, output range. So I will select here. Okay. Okay, there is some trouble. Okay, we'll see. Okay, what we are, okay. This is the dependent variable. Okay, no problem. Okay, and then I will say okay. It is telling that it is going to overwrite. No, I don't want to overwrite. I will select here 830, 835, and then tell okay. So you got all these things in front of you, which normally are the outcomes of regression analysis. So you got all the outcomes in front of you. So this is a multiple R, this is R square, this is a regression, total regression, this is a regression model, this is sum of squares residual, this is sum of squares regression, this is the intercept, this is beta of beta 1, this is beta 2, and you will come whether the model is significant or not. All these aspects are there in this particular output of regression. So please remember, you can carry out your data analysis like ANOVA, descriptive statistics, two-way ANOVA, your regression, correlation, and many other aspects. Thank you so much, and God bless you.